don't mind. Take your time. Live your life. You're free. I don't mind. Live your life. Take your time. You're free.
Praying that they walk into their crosshairs.
10 win this round for TPR.
Just need a trade, and that's just what Brisbane's guys come on. It's the other side of it.
Pearls there on the back end here, and that's an ace for Nevada.
Such a good opportunity.
Find one and you find the second two. 4 kills for Scorpion.
Gets one, gets two. Looks like he wants to go for war, and it's an ace. Oh, and Jesse gets full. Oh, and what a shot for him! Yeah, do they see it? Oh, and he gets headshot. What a shot from Mini. With 10 HP and a dream.
Somebody call the doctor. I think I'm seeing double on my shoulder. Is a monster.
There's some early fight. He gets one.
Oh,
damn. Says no. M2 says no. Akira says no again. And it's again. Here he gets two. Oh, Matrix. Good. Finish him off.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Reyna's From the Shadows upper quarterfinals. My name is Ancient Angel, and with me is Nitera. Nitera, how are you doing this lovely
Hey, we're
evening?
doing great. No, absolutely great, okay? I've seen this happen a million times before. You go into a Valorant game, you come out looking at the two teams, hot stuff. I think you're excited for it too. I'm excited for sure.
That's true, and we have our two teams here in this upper quarterfinals match. It's INF Esports Next Gen and Team Panica. This is a super interesting matchup for me. I just want to jump right into it, you know. Let's get all the formalities out of the way. Let's jump right into things. This is a super interesting match for me because both of these teams, right, INF Esports, they're kind of like this newer roster, right? We haven't seen them too much, but they've barreled their way into this tournament, and they've done really well for themselves. And on the other side is Panica, a team that we've seen a lot of, right? So this is going to be a super interesting match just to talk about. And I find it super interesting just with these two teams because of how different their runs have been, right?
I agree. There's a lot more to look forward to when it comes to these new teams. I mean, fresh blood out of the backs, right? We're gonna see something different coming in from them. It is always gonna be an exciting moment for all of us here, where we get to see experimental things happen, and when it works out, people start adopting it, and it evolves, and that's kind of why, you know, I love casting Valorant, right? And that's why you kind of love watching Valorant. It keeps evolving, and I love that.
Well, speaking of evolutions, I guess in a certain way, we're going to be talking about the map pool today, because every match, it evolves, it changes. So we're going to talk about today's map picks and bans. You know, in a very short moment, we're going to be able to talk through these and kind of discuss what this map pool is going to look like. So, you know, going through those first bans, what are we not going to see today? Let's just get that out of the way as soon as possible. It's going to be Breeze off the board, as well as Lotus. So, I mean, both of those picks, are we sad at seeing either of these maps go, particularly?
For Lotus, at least, it's kind of it's a favorite map of mine, because I personally love to see Lotus, because there's so many different ways you can work around it. You can bait people to go in. When you turn on and activate any of the walls that can turn off, it is going to be interesting to see how they can bait out. And that's the one thing I hate that Panica did, but oh well. You know, there's still a lot of maps on the deck here. We might see a little bit of a, you know, more gunplay, more focus on the mechanics rather than, you know, writing strategies on it.
For sure. So Breeze and Lotus are out of the way. So, you know, a little upset that Lotus isn't going to be here, but we do get to celebrate what is here. And that is our first map of, drumroll please, Icebox.
Icebox.
So I'm going to say it, you know, maybe it's a controversial take. I love Icebox. I think Icebox is super fun. You talked about strategies on Lotus. I think that Icebox, there's a lot of strategical depth to this map. Now that we've seen it come back into the map pool, teams have had like a 1-year break, no Icebox, and now all of a sudden it's back. Teams are running Harbor, teams are running Gecko, teams are running Reyna. Just like there's so much depth to this map now that we've seen. I think it's good to see it come back into the map pool and it's started to find its place.
The main thing that you did mention was that we have not seen the map for close to a year in such high-level play, right? And this is going to be fun because a lot of agents have been released over the year. We're going to see a lot of different strategies come in. I think my favorite is going to be Harbor walling literally half the map in here, and they're not going to be able to know what to do, right? Icebox has always been a very patient play map, you know, as any map would be. You shouldn't go in head first, but you get punished so hard on Icebox because of how condensed the map is and how like claustrophobic it can be at times. And so that is going to be something I'm interested in.
Well, speaking of not seeing it for a long time, we have the polar opposite. We have Ascent, a map that has always been in the map pool for literally as long as Valorant's been around. It creeped up on us while we were talking about how cool Icebox is, but it's Ascent. You know, it's the tried and true. It's the classic.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with Ascent. You know, it gets a little stale from time to time, but I think that with a lot of the new compositions that teams have started to bring out at the start of the year, and we've seen a little bit of deviation away from those, you know, just standard KO, Sova, you know, Omen, Killjoy, right? It's going to be interesting. And then to round us out as our decider, if we need it, will be Split. So that's a super interesting map pool today. We have Icebox, Ascent, and Split. It feels like the perfect mix of, like, you know, we haven't seen it enough, we've seen it too much, and now we're getting to Split if we need it, which is like that perfect middle map. What do you think?
It's a Split for me.
Okay.
Fair enough, okay?
Yeah.
The thing I'm more interested in is like whether they can play it out, because I feel like whenever you pick Ascent, your team must be really confident, mechanically wise as well. It's a map that everyone's played. You know, you first load into Valorant, that's the first map you're probably going to touch in the entire game. If you know your way around this map, you are basically set for any of Valorant's competitive scene. So if you pick it up, you are telling your opponent, I am going to take you on a mechanics check. It's a skill check. If you can take me on, this is your game. But I'm confident enough that I'm going to call you out on it. I love to see how this is going to play out later on.
Yeah, I mean, if we get to it, right? That's the thing that always, like, it always gets me, like, so excited when we talk about decider maps, but at the same time, when it's the start of the series, I always get scared, because I'm like, what if we don't get there? What if it's just a 2-0? Because, fun fact, every single match for both of these teams so far in this tournament have been 2-0s, and they've been pretty strong 2-0s at that. I think Team Panica has been, you know, showing some pretty solid picks in terms of 2-0s, and like they've been getting like 13-6s, 13-4s. Same with INF Esports. So for both of these teams, it's, you know, are we even going to get to Split?
That is true, but I think you're selling them a little short here. These are teams that really are bangers, in at least in this area that we're seeing right now, and they have worked their way out to some level to say that, you know, we're gonna take it to a long one. It is a best of 3 anyways. They have time to adapt the strategy over the course of, well, shortest 13 rounds per map, or as long as, well, 27. Is it 27? Did I count wrong?
24.
24. 24.
Yes.
So
that's close.
You know, we'll get
have
there.
a 27 game. We'll have a 27 round game. I'm thinking it. You know, maybe.
Man. All right, but I'm really excited for agent picks here, and I want to hear what you think is going in for Icebox. I've got one in mind that I want to see, but I'll let you have this one.
All right. So let's shift our focus here to Icebox. We're talking about it. It's the first map in this series. It was, you know, Infernal Esports' pick, Inf Esports' pick, if you will, and Panica, they opted for that attack side. So just kind of talking about Icebox as a map, I feel like for sure we're gonna see a Viper, probably a Sova as well, just to get a lot of that vertical clear kind of out of the way. if you're talking to me about like a dream pick of like something that I would love to see teams really dive into, I'm gonna say the Yoru. I think we've seen a lot of really good Yoru on Icebox. I think he has a lot of potential with those teleports that he can send across the map, play up some rotations, be aggressive at certain spots. I feel like if either of these teams want to lean into that double duelist comp, a little bit of that aggression, I think Yoru would be a great pick for that.
Okay, you've got me there. You've got me there. Yoru sounds pretty fun to see. I'm gonna be on the side of that. But I think the ones I want to see are actually Gecko, especially since we're in a very more claustrophobic area. There's gonna be a lot of ways you can set it up. And again, another one that we're gonna run with. I think this one is a favorite for many, Killjoy. You run a turret down the center, you know what's gonna happen from there. Or place it down in a low claustrophobic area, and suddenly you have so many eyes on one entrance. It's kind of scary how this is gonna play out.
So you're thinking just some simple Gecko and Killjoy?
Some simple Gecko and Killjoy. I mean, same principle with Viper, right? You have the Viper Pit, Obscure Vision, lock them down. Same thing, right? But in this case, I mean, what's scarier, right? The lockdown completely holding you in place and you are at the mercy of whoever finds you? Or just running into smoke and hoping for the best. I mean, one of them is scarier than the other, yes, but the other one, you're a sitting duck.
Yeah, that's true. I would definitely agree. It does kind of feel a little interesting to me that like with this Icebox pick coming into things, where we talk about how powerful Killjoy is, and I actually agree with you. I think Killjoy is probably someone we're gonna see a lot of, and Gecko. I think we'll probably end up seeing a Gecko from one of these two teams. It just depends on whether or not they pair it with the Harbor, right? Because we talk about Gecko, I feel like Harbor is like hand in hand with them, right? Because of that cove, that shield that you can send out on top of the wingman when he goes for that plant or diffuse. It feels so impactful.
And I'm glad you said that, because we did talk about Harbor like before the cast, right? We were just like, we're gonna see Harbor. It's gonna be the most amazing thing, and I would love to see whether that's going to be in play, in effect at all. And as they slowly figure out what their comps are, I mean, it is anyone's ball game here, right? New agents, old map. Not seen it, we're going to see something new sprout out from it. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, new agents, old map. I actually really like that one. That's really good. I mean, hey, speaking of new agents, right? There's also Deadlock, in case we want to mention it. Yeah. I mean, okay, ISO might be a little too, like hopeful, maybe, but when it comes to Deadlock, I think Deadlock is definitely like it's something that we've seen a bit of now, right? We saw Deadlock on Ascent in China. I think that was NIP that ran that comp, and then we saw
I think so.
Mm-hmm. And now we've really actually seen most of Deadlock's play has actually been on Icebox. And do you think that's just due to kind of being like Sage, but a little bit better with that wall?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I feel like I'll get called out for this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no comment, because I think that there are some elements of both sides here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's just, it's one or the other. And if anyone can pull it off, then hats off to them. You know what? Neural Teeth is coming.
All right. I can respect that. It does feel to me like kind of exactly what you were talking about, where like it doesn't necessarily feel like one is better than the other in terms of like Deadlock versus Sage. We've seen teams opt for neither of them in their comps. We've seen a lot of Sage. We've seen a little bit of Deadlock. I'm personally a Deadlock believer. I've started playing Deadlock a little bit in just some of my ranked games, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty fun. You just get to throw out that wall, and like on defense, you just get to be a little bit aggressive, throw out the wall, and then immediately just like destroys teams' like aspirations and goals in life. They're like, oh, he threw out the wall, it's over.
Right, but in any case, I believe our games are starting up as well. So, hate to stop you there, but I also want to see the agent picks before we get into any more speculation.
Yeah. Well, here it is, and you can see there's that Killjoy coming online for both teams. A Sova being picked, taller, and just opting for
gecko?
the KO, but there's the gecko from Scaff. We get it on both sides.
called it. We called it.
The only difference in either of these comps is INF has gone for the Sova and Panica has gone for the KO. How do we feel about that?
I'm feeling pretty confident with my choices on Killjoy and Gecko. I mean, I felt like those were pretty staples, but for the most part, this looks like a very standard composition you'd find in the old days of when Icebox was like still active. The only difference being, of course, the Gecko coming in now, and I feel like that's kind of stale, but it's tried and true, right? It's like I said, we've played this enough. I think they know what they want to do with it, and they're just gonna roll with this.
Okay. I can respect that, and I think the other thing that's equally as important here is the fact that because of the way that these two comps are set up, right?
Right.
For Inf, they're gonna have Taller on that Sova, who's gonna be able to give them a lot more info. But with Team Panica on this attack, they're gonna have a lot more just like execute power because of the KO. So it's gonna be interesting to see who actually ends up winning this little fight of information versus power.
I mean, very early start, it's the pistol rounds. I mean, you get this one, you're basically set for 2 more rounds here. Nothing much to say here. A nice one coming from Juan here on Sin, and it looks like we've got a very solid start here. Trying to peek around the corner here, they're gonna see if they can guard anyone. But a mad dash to B, and it looks like we're gonna start the plant soon.
Yeah, there's that wingman going for the plant. Taller just trying to delay that spike from going down. The flash isn't good from Gist, so Juan falls. Ginkgo does get traded, and Taller falls, leaving things in a 2v4. TGJ just trying to send out that Dizzy, and Devin with that Fnatic Classic, that new VCT bundle Classic, isn't going to be able to find anything, has to swap out to that Ghost in the 1v4. But with
this is
Team
scary.
Panica, it's so scary and it's so disciplined from Team Panica. Scorpio eventually swings out for the kill, and it's Team Panica to start things off with a pistol round.
They were postured for success, and mind you, they were the attacking team. The minute you start planting, they were really, like you said, disciplined. They sat in their spots, and they knew we're the defenders in this situation. We just need to wait it out. They will come to us, and I like that. I really like that.
Yeah, and the other thing as well, with Team Panica that I have to respect, we talked about that power versus information, right? The brains versus brawn, if you will. And just really proving it with that initial flash over tube in towards the B site. It catches, it catches Sin immediately off guard. And so now Sin has to try and respond back huge with that kill on the Juan. Yeah.
That's Juan for down for the team, but don't worry, we still have 4 more players. 4 more players here. We're gonna wait for it. Viper's wall is now up, and they're waiting for an opportunity to come in here. Spraying through the smoke here, not your best idea. You're gonna have to wait it out a little.
Yeah, and hey, spraying through that smoke, it does work for Scorpio, able to take out Ginkgo. And now, in that 4v4, in that post plant.
Ooh! Just out of the corner here, blink and you miss it. Viper's coming around, he's able to pick it out. Beautiful control right there. Sova's gonna pick out the information, like we said. Let's see if this information does help them out here. They do spot 2 down. Now that's it. It's 2-2. Killjoy is going very low. They've lost 1 on the side here, and this is a 1v1. Killjoy is extremely low. I don't know how you're gonna do this.
Evidently, you're not. It's gonna be a clutch out from Scorpio in that 1v2. The spray, it was just so good from Scorpio. And it's that power that we're seeing from this KO, that utility that the KO is able to provide from Gist into these matches, into these rounds, that gives them that second round. It gives them that kind of clutch. On the other side of things, though, that was an eco out for Inf, and they have so much money to work with now. You can see in this bonus round for Panica, 2 of their players are on Sheriffs.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how good this is. There's a tactical pause, I believe, coming up, but just so right here. They are showing mad ham on this. It's rifles to basically half a rifle team. And it's looking really hot here. Juan is taking a revenge kill right there and is going back into the fray. We're gonna see if Ginkgo can take anything out again. He's waiting around the corner. The wall is up. He knows where he is. He goes for it and does not pick it up.
And Juan gets the kill onto Ginkgo.
He still gets it though.
He's on for the ace right now. Well, never mind. As soon as I say that, Scat gets the kill onto TGJ.
Right there.
Yeah, but Juan does get a 4K, and that's a flawless round, and a bonus round at that. I mean, that's ridiculous. We do have a little bit of a tech pause, so, that might impede things here.
Yeah, not to worry though, not to worry. I mean, there's a lot of talk about just coming in the first 3 rounds. Like I said, you win the pistol rounds, you are set for the next about 2 rounds here. And now that everything has been stabilized, we might see something interesting coming in from both sides. I mean, tell me about it, right? INF is doing spectacularly to hold them back, but all things considered, they are still 3 games down. No matter how many kills you can get like 4 kills and like lose them out, but you get the rifles. But that's not the objective of the game. You still want to make them completely fall over. You need that point on your side.
Yeah, you absolutely do need that point. Because you want to be able to start building these rounds together, stringing these rounds together, especially on what is your map pick, right? INF chose to take it here to Icebox. So, you need to start coming up with solutions because you're on another eco. So I'll let the 0-4 scoreline slide. But once we get past that, then things start to get really, really dangerous.
Right. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out here, but it's really surprising how they're always playing onto B side. I'm not seeing them going to A, which then again, it's gonna be a lot better for INF, right? If they force an A, INF has a lot of ability to like just scout them out with information, and it's gonna be really tough. One side for the Sin again.
Goodness.
Again, wow, amazing play there. Scorpio coming out, almost getting it, as Ginkgo just completely knocked out the park like that.
Oh, this is such a good timing. You can see from Juan, he's able to take out Talhar, and now for Scaff, it's just about running up, trying to find TGJ. He does exactly that, but now it leaves Scaff in a 1v2.
Well, he has put down these little small, air denial there. We're gonna see if we can pick out Sin as Scaff comes around the corner. I don't think he realizes it. Well, I want to see what's going to happen. Scaff is going to run on the corner. He's going to see Viper going in. Nicely done. Killjoy is going to try to respond, and he picks 2 for the team, cleaning up for a clutch.
Oh my goodness, Scaff! That's ridiculous! I mean, 2 of these rounds so far for Team Panica have been clutches. These guys just can't lose a clutch. This is ridiculous. These are rounds that, INF they have so much advantage coming into these. They have really good openings. They have really good picks at the start of the round, right? We see Sin with that Sheriff. He's always good for one over towards B long. But I think it's the late rounds that are really doing them in.
I mean, my kicks are clenched here. I'm seeing them go around this, and it's nail-biting. Gotta be real with you. They're all not going to force A this time though, which is interesting. We have coming in the Blade Storm here. One is gonna take 1 for the team, hopefully, with this Blade Storm. If not, it's gonna be very detrimental. We do see our Scat trying to check it out. Trash is nowhere inside here, and it's getting knocked out. And now they wait. Oh no! Panda was not ready for that. We got a free 1 fight down on each side of revenge here, and it's not looking good. One is still active with Blade Storm most likely, and he's gonna have to wait for opportunity here.
You can see Ginkgo running into the back of the site, just trying to pepper some bullets around for Scorpio to swing. He can't do it. Ginkgo, what a perfect first round to come alive, and Devin closes it all out. It's 1-4. INF have finally found their first round.
You know what? Footing is in place. They've got what they wanted. Might be to come around here.
You think so? You think it's...
I feel confident about this,
Yeah.
It's always going to be the first 3 rounds that are rough, right? But like if you're able to hold steady and turn around from there, usually it starts climbing. I mean, let's look at their buys right now. On the side of PN, we have a lot of rifles here, and of course, again, Ginkgo, really quite a sharp shot here, only holding on to Sheriff. It's a statement.
I mean, Ginkgo does have the Blade Sword, so I think that might be why it's Sheriff only for that Jet. But with that null command coming out from Gist, I mean, it gives Panica a perfect way into this site. They've taken that Blade Storm offline for this plan, for this execute.
Smoke is out, and they're not able to see anything here. As Hunter's Fury comes out, he does try to fight someone, and he's just not getting it. He's gonna look for the Soul Fighter. Oh my god, he saw him for a split second with the Blade Storm. Look at that. That is a Jet diff right there, calling it out. But unfortunately, Ginkgo is gonna be shut down by Scat. Once again, a party pooper, so to speak.
So to speak. A party pooper of sorts. Oh, is he just gonna call a rotate away?
He's gonna run. He's gonna run for it. This is perfect. They don't realize this.
Oh, but Devin kills Panda in mid, which means they're gonna be able to watch that rotate. Scorpio is kind of stuck to coming back B, and now they don't even have that Viper's Pit online.
There is still a chance they rotate out, right?
I mean, you can see they're already doing it. It's just... It's all on
They're waiting B.
30
Oh my
seconds.
god, are they actually falling for this? They're
Yeah.
just waiting for an opportunity. I don't think they realize that they've still stayed on B. They have Killjoy on hold here, and I don't think they notice. If Scorpio starts punting, they'll all run. I think they know it. They heard it. We see two of them running it down here, and there's no shot. This is going to be a firefight they have to hold out for quite a while.
It's possible. You can already
They're all
see
pushing.
the Gecko Flash is online. That Dizzy is ready to get thrown at any moment.
Checks. Anything?
Used.
Doesn't know where it is. Oh no. Scares to run out blazing, and unfortunately goes down. Scorpio is the last one remaining. He throws out noxious gas and hope to get something out of it. He sees from out of it, but no. There it is. Talhar's down for the count. Sin is being backed up here. He walks out, checks one, goes for two. Can he get it? What? He calls it out just like that. That was beautifully done.
That's the second clutch for Scorpio in 6 rounds. He is 8-2. He cannot be stopped.
Look,
What
the
is
timeout
that?
called out. They have to break his momentum. This is insane. You would think that, Scorpio, 3-1. Teammates down. I have 1 information by 32. Waits around, peeks slowly, and catches 1. Other teammate knows where he is. Walks out to check it. Boom. Scorpio, you are blowing my mind.
That's just, it's ridiculous. And you can see, I think this timeout is really, really important from INF. They're calling things out. They're saying, guys, we need to be playing these situations better. We need to stop solo peeking. We need
Mental
to stop.
reset there.
Yeah, this has to be a mental reset. This has to be INF just sitting down and saying, like, we need to chill. We need to just take the numbers advantage, play together, all the fun stuff, happy daisies, right? Get our way back into this. And I think one of the ways they're going to try and do that is with this op that Ginkgo has, right? We know how powerful the op can be on a map like Icebox, holding down those sight lines, those really, really long sight lines. So I think
Just
this
that one
is...
thin narrow. One thin narrow line. They need this. Ginkgo is ready.
But look at this. I mean, for Panica, they're over towards B, and that op is over towards A. That op, it's really going to struggle to find value.
I mean, what can I say, right? This is just an unfortunate situation. If they notice it, they'll come around.
Yeah.
And A side is just like the best you can do with an alt. I wouldn't say B is any better because you always see the Viper wall, right? And it could still be a bait, all things considered.
And you can see already Ginkgo running over. Does not want that op to go to waste. Of course,
Just gonna
rotates
force
back.
it. Ooh. Yeah, that noxious gas kind of hurts.
Yeah, it really does.
Scorpio's really holding it down there, trying to make something work. Panda as well. And it just looks like they're just waiting back and forth. Scorpio has to keep scouting them out. Like, he's going back and forth team to see like which is easier to go. And it looks like, for the most part, if it's just waiting and they don't see opportunity. But with that gunshot, everyone has a mad sprint over to A, and we're gonna see them go in. KOs first go down, and we take out a pickup from Guan, and it's great. Joan is out. Information scouting. Scorpio is being spotted. They do see 3 total. They might be able to go for this. No, Scab is down for the count. 3-2.
Oh my goodness, and Juan is at 8 HP, and that lockdown comes in to start this retake off in the 2v3. Juan has to go huge here. He gets a little bit of damage done, but ultimately will get sprayed down, and Tyler starts that defuse. There's really only so much Scorpio can do. I don't think another 1v3 can be done. 3 kills, yes, but a defuse.
Lies. That was lies, my guy. Angel.
Inf won the
what are you
round.
doing?
Inf won the round. They defused the bomb in time.
They might have defused the bomb, but like, can you really call that a win? With what they lost?
I mean, listen, think about how this half has gone for Inf. I think you won the round, you take it, you know? That's
Okay,
a
I
lineup.
agree. You take it, yes. But that hurts so much, right? That hurts so much. On the side of it. I mean, like, if it were me, I'd be devastated. I've just lost like a good chunk of my economy there.
I mean, I'd be devastated too, but Devin does have this Viper's Pit and the trusty judge, so...
I feel like he'll have waited a little bit, Well, let's see.
No, they've just
Devin's
run
waiting.
right into it. They're waiting, they're just using that thrash to the best of their advantage, but TGJ on top of the screens gets the better of Just and Juan, and that leaves it to a 5v3.
Oh my gosh, this is scary.
Oh,
you hate to see
TGJ.
it. You hate to see it.
What unfortunate timing for Scorpio.
Tear it down.
Oh, it looks like they might attempt a rotate, or they're just waiting for their teammates to scramble back together. It's 2-5. Gotta be real with you here. I think they're better off attempting to take picks and just call it a day. This is really rough for them.
It is. I think I would agree, right? Just get that save in. You lost the last round. You took your buy up here. You know, see if you could find anything of value with it. You know,
and the worst part is they're not good initiators, right? They can only take picks at best, and it's not like they're gonna be able to find opportunities to take good picks.
Oh no! Sweet
I'm lying. You know what? Shame on me. Shame on me. You know, I doubted them. I doubted them. That's my fault. Scav is the only one remaining here on 2 versus 2. They do make the plant here, but this is enough. He's gonna walk around that corner. He's not gonna see it.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah.
What did I say? What did I say?
That's the 1v1. Ginkgo versus Scaff in this post plant. It's a Guardian for Ginkgo. It's a Vandal for Scaff.
Checking the rafters and
on
he
top.
knows. He knows. He knows.
He's on top. He never checks the wraparound. Scaff, another 1v1 clutch for the side of Team Panica. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is so insane. I mean, to be fair here, their composition leans more to our offensive one, right? We talked about it with the KO online, so this should be expected. But like, wow. Wow, Scorpio, insane. Scaff just pushing it through, and it looks like INF needs to try and make some play here, or at least a gamble if they want to make anything work.
Right? Oh,
Around the
Ginkgo,
corner,
not
Sheriff.
like this. Don't just.
Ooh. He makes it out. He makes it out. He threw a dash for it, but it's fine.
But I mean, look at that aggression from Sin. It completely gives away this B site, and so now it's on TGJ to do as much as possible to try and defend from back yellow.
TJ, oh, not
Able to
checking
send
your
one.
corners.
Able to get the one, and Ginkgo's able to find another. TGJ able to take out Scorpio, turns things into a 2-on-2. There's that mosh pit, just clearing around all of that space. A Thrash ready to get committed by TGJ, as well as a lockdown from the attackers. It does get used. No one gets detained though, so Tyler is able to take out Panda. But look at that wingman. It's getting used. It's sticking that spike. It's already halved, but TGJ falls to the swing of Scaff. And that's a 7th round now for Team Panica.
That's what I heard. I mean, if you're a Scaff, right, you're holding a rifle. That's like the easiest win you could take against the Sheriff, right? If you miss one shot on the Sheriff, that is basically it. And indeed it happened. It's gonna hurt them so bad. It's 7-2, and I'm not sure how they're gonna play it out. It feels like they want to avoid the yellow box. They don't want to keep going through that. But it's so tasty. They want this so bad.
They really do. You can kind of tell how much Panica have like drilled this. You can see that updraft over towards B long. The shot's just a little wide, so Devin's gonna be able to back away, but I mean, this is a comprehensive D hit if I've ever seen one.
I mean, they already know this. They're all running back for it. And look at how they're postured here. The Viper's just sitting pretty, waiting with the wall. He's up top. Devin is basically ready for anything that happens here. The pit does come down though, and Hunter Spirit is going to be launched out, as we do see absolutely nothing hit, unfortunately. And that's going to be a shame. They do get 2 from Devin again. Like I said, sitting behind the wall of that Bulldog. He's going fantastic here. TGJ going off of Panda, and it looks like we're going to see if we can find anything. Scorpio is going to look out for the side here. He's around the corner. Basically, this is a freebie if anyone walks by. He does hear, of course, a little bit of a Mon coming around. But all things considered, they're looking good. Scorpio is just going to sit down here in this 1v5. And I don't know what to tell you. This is not good for either side. Devin's just basically spraying and praying here now. This is not good. I don't think there's a way to come back from this. But Scorpio is making a play.
There's no way, right? Surely not 1v5 for Scorpio. We've already seen 2 1v3s from the
Pit's
Viper.
going down. The pit's going down.
I don't know.
That
If it's not hit. Yeah, no, instead just drops his life. TGJ able to clean things up. Finally, a long-awaited 3rd round.
All things considered, they have to play it out like this, right? I mean, this was going to be the only way they play. They wait out the pit and they catch him off guard. That's the only way I see it.
Yeah, and now this timeout is coming in from Panica, which I think is necessary, right?
Is it?
I think so, because you started this game up like 5-1, and now, you know, you don't want this to become a 7-5. And you're going to be forced to take an eco in this round, which means it's going to be 7-4. You're using this timeout to recenter the mental, you know, try and get that 8-4 half, and then, you know, it puts you in a really, really nice position on your defense side, your weaker side, with that 4-round lead.
I guess you are absolutely right on that. I mean, yeah, it is true that they will be weaker in terms of the defense. But really, at this point, it kind of feels like this time is just a little bit misplaced to me. I feel like they can definitely spread it out a little bit more. They're still in a good position, right? They can still make trades, plays, and hopefully make something work here, as we're going to see right now. Again, they're going to try and force something here onto B. They now all know they're going to rotate, right?
Okay, so you're saying like do like a really heavy B fake?
Yeah, I feel like they just do a really heavy B fake. They just throw stuff out, hope for something to happen, and with numbers advantage, they run out to A and see if they can make anything work.
Well, let's see what Juan can get done over towards B long with a Spectre.
Absolutely nothing. They're patient now, right? INF knows they have to play the long game. You know what? Patience was what you talked about, the discipline right there, and look at how they're postured.
Yeah, it's just that like steady default from INF.
Is this just a fake into a delay into a B?
It's a counter fake, you know? It's a fake.
It's a counter
into a
fake.
Yeah, it's a fake into a fake into like fake into a hit, you know?
It's insane. This is insane. Now they all rush in for this, and it's gonna look massive right now. The wall up now. Scorpion's gonna look out of the corner here. It's gonna be massive. We do see them pop out. Sin is caught out with 4. You hate to see that happen, but of course Salha takes a return here on 2, and Juan also goes for the revenge. And now we're in such a weird position where basically, if it's stuck down here, Ginkgo has to be on. He's waiting for opportunity. He goes for 1. He knows it's not one around the corner. It looks like he's gonna take this one out. Ooh, that was fast. Scorpion is out for the count now. They have a very good chance. Ginkgo is going to continue onslaught here. It's 3, and they're going to basically clean out your free defuse here. That timeout was not worth it. Now that you're looking at it like this.
Okay. In my opinion, just think about things.
Okay,
I think that might have had some value. This is the round that the timeout is for, right here. You know, we took that last timeout just to recenter our mental, make sure that everyone was feeling good, take the eco, deal with it, you know, accept the fact that we kind of lost the round because it was an eco, and now we're coming into this round trying to get things 8-4 for the side of Panica, right?
Okay.
Ginkgo does have an op, so that's going to be something that you need to be scared of. But in that last round, which was an eco, where Panica had no business getting that spike plant down, they did.
Alright, I mean, they do know this, right? I mean, assuming they've seen what, you know, the pickups were, I think the op is expected. I don't think they want to try for A. They are splitting up, and I'm not sure this is the right play here, but they do pick up 1 with 1 here, another 2 on the side of Taha, and this is going to be a 1-1 here, or 4.
Look at the fake. It came in. They committed that null command just to draw rotations away. TGJ has to give up the site, and now that op from Ginkgo, the most valuable thing they have, it's going to have to try and find value on a retake.
It's gonna hurt. I mean, you're an op. You want to be far away. But right now, everyone's in your face. You have to back out and see what you can find from here. Scaff is just waiting again in the raft. Not the rafters, sorry, the box here. It's waiting for opportunity. Does not pick anything up here. Ginkgo's able to spawn him out very early on.
Player standing.
It's...
It's 2-1.
okay.
Snowball's catching out. He sees Scorpio. He's got half. He's gonna try and make something work here. And of course, Taha unfortunately goes down for the count. I mean, how many shots did he take before that?
It's too many.
Switching
One
sides.
too many.
One too many. But that is the first half, and it does end 8-4 with Team Panica in the lead.
Like
so,
you said.
Exactly. So now, it does come into question what this next pistol round looks like. Are we gonna see, you know, another 4-8 half? Do we get to go to overtime? That's I obviously it's not the goal. The goal of neither team is to get to OT, but it definitely has to be for INF that they are playing to come back into this game. We have to see what value Talhar brings to the table as opposed to what Gist brought with those KO flashes and mollies and blades, you know?
We'll have to see. I mean, for the most part, it definitely looks like they want to try to play for B a lot more. I mean, they have the lockdown a standby, right? It's a really wide map. not a lot of things you can do with the lockdown space down there. On the other hand, if you go A, right, there's just so much utility you can have holding on and off. But you know what, also and done, Killjoy just comes out on top here. But we'll see how it plays out. I mean, for now it's just a pistol round. It's all steady and slow here. We're not gonna see too many amazing things, but TJ is trying to plant. He's forcing it.
He tried to force that wingman to plant, but the bullets and the utility just pushes him off. Ginkgo has to try and get active to make up for it, and he's able to find one, but Juan and Scorpio in the meantime tick down his teammates.
You can see the difference in both players, right? TJ sits down there and he's steady. He goes bang, bang, bang. But his teammate just goes scramble. You know, we might just hit it. Just go for it. And like both plays have turned out positive here, except, you know, we are looking a bit low here on TJ's side.
See what that Dizzy
Checks it
can
out.
do. No one's seen. So Scorpio's gonna be able to re-peek into this
Ooh.
angle. Ooh, but with Juan going down, it leaves Scaff and Scorpio in an uncomfy position. Sin with the Sheriff can't get it done. It's
Completely
Team Panic
distracted.
for another pistol.
Not looking good. Not looking good. They got 4 more rounds. And they're done here.
Yeah. We could
It's
be.
never fun.
Yeah, and something that is concerning for the side
Right.
of Inf is that lurk from Devin. I think that's the thing that really kind of cost Inf that round, was Devin going for that lurk, and then Panda's turret catches him, right? And instead of backing off at that point or trying to hold your position and just wait and buy time, he just keeps pushing and gets caught out.
He smells it. He's looking for it. Ginkgo is really trying to find this.
Well, there's a turret.
Nice pickup, at least. It's looking very slow here. They're all pushing in through orb, and I don't think there's anything they can do here. If they spawn him out, it's basically a full firefight here that you can't do anything. Giz and... Man, Giz is just kind of stuck here with Panda. There's not much you can do but wait this out, especially with the wall here. A free orb on Taha as well, and that means they're one step closer to their ultimate, but... Take a look at the patience on them.
Look at
TJ is
it's
waiting.
so good. You can see it.
They don't want to peek. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. They know where they are now. They know where they are now. They just need to wait for an opportunity. The minute he peeks, that's it. Guess again,
Exactly.
he wants to wrap around the corner so bad. Oh! Scorpio sees it. Now the question is, do they know if it's a fake?
I
Or
think
are they going to try to rotate?
there's the
It looks
rotate.
like-
It's coming
Yeah,
in.
that's the rotate.
Juan's able to find one onto Ginkgo, but Scaff
my
isn't able to
God,
find the
that
kill onto
hurts.
Sin. That's
It's an
so
SMG
tough.
to a sheriff.
And
right.
it's a 4v2. Juan's still here with the Outlaw, making good shots, able to take down TGJ. But with Talhar being able to pick up that plant, it turns things into a 2v3. This could be a
Check
thrifty.
it out. Ooh.
Woo!
Giz is looking good. Giz is looking really hot right now. We do see Taha trying to smoke him out. Yeah, with the information they have at hand, nothing is found. And it looks like they have to try to enforce this, diffuse here.
We're
Gonna try.
and
Taha's
force
around the
it.
corner though.
Oh,
Juan is
but
going for it.
Devin! Devin on the top of the tube!
One enemy remaining.
It's just versus Devin, but Devin's able to pick it up the 3K from the Viper. Oh my goodness!
He sat at the nest. He was just waiting for it. Oh my god.
I mean, from Inf, that's a beautifully played round. They play patient, they play fakes, they play for these rotates in that late hit, and Scorpio just isn't able to capitalize off the back of that 2v1 on the B site. It goes miles for
This
Inf
is
in
not
terms
the
of their
same-
economy.
Right, this is not the same Inf we saw like 2 rounds ago when it was still them on the defending side. This is really a game changer.
I don't even think that was the same Inf we saw from the pistol round. They like traded out all the different players, and Juan's only able to find one off the back of this aggressive play. TGJ and Talhar just absolutely farming their ults up.
Ooh, let's take a look here. Devin's coming around from behind the smoke. Let's see if we can pick anyone off.
Well, considering there's no one on the A
enemy
site,
remaining.
I would say no.
I mean, when they walk in, I mean, it's gonna be a surprise, especially
Spike
where he's
planted.
positioned now. This is really good for holding out just that one little entrance coming from the screens. See, like now Scorpio has to think like, if I walk through screens, will I find someone? And you're gonna see their legs first, right?
Yeah,
Devin's
Scorpio's
gonna
just-
see them first.
He's clearing every single angle. He has no clue where anyone is.
Watch
I mean,
this.
we've seen clutches.
Wait, where is he?
Oh,
Wait, where is he? That was That was Devon's. Come on.
That's... Devin just gave it up. Devin was like, I'm just gonna play post plant. I'm gonna play with my mollies, my Viper mollies, and just throw them on the spike. And
Yeah, Noxious Gas was definitely a very nice thing to hold on to. I mean, you could definitely save it, or you could just throw it out and hold them back.
yeah. Well, and now at this point, you know, Panica, you have the rifles in your hand. This, you know, the rounds are on you now. You know, this you have to kind of win this, or else you're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. It's gonna be 7-9. You're forced down to another eco. Your lead would be ever shrinking.
Oh, I don't think they know though. Look at this. Look at this. The map is basically split up right now. They're all pushing towards the B side here. They take one, and now they're trying to rotate to see what they can do about it. But there it is. They're just holding their fort. They're holding it down and seeing whether they want to push this in. And it looks like they might. They're just waiting for the team to just, you know, wrap around.
We'll see. But these rotations, they're definitely headed towards that B site. And it does leave Panda in this position to try and kind of solo hold that site.
And that's not good, right? Killjoy strong, yes, but like 4-1.
Yeah, I don't know if Killjoy is 1v4 ready.
It's not it. This is not it. And the smoke is there as well. There's no way they can see it. They do hit it off, and that's beautifully done. But it looks like now they know where the spike is. This is going to be quite interesting. Taha is going to force the punt again, and they might pick off Taha here, but oh, they managed to go past that. Spike carrier is down though. It is 4-2. INF is making the play now. Chose it out. Scab is able to try and find something. No. Wall blocked it off, and now they're stuck again with no vision. They're going to wait it out. Scab has to wait this out again.
Oh,
nicely
TGJ gets taken down by Juan from mid.
Remaining.
This is good. Juan has a rifle as well. I mean, this is going to be pretty solid. He just needs to wait. Diffuse half, and then call it. Oh no! Him calling it out just like that. That crosshair placement completely shattering his entire attempt here.
What a clutch by Sin in that 1v1. Just being able to say, you know what, Juan? I know you're going to stick it. I have the timing. I have it downloaded into my brain. Gets that peek off perfectly. I mean, bottom fragger in terms of numbers, but that is an impactful kill because now you can see for Panica, the money's broken. Again, they're going back to another save.
And all this being said, though, Panica was the team that was actually ahead for the most part. And now, looks like tables are slowly turning the side of it. Scout it once again. They know Ginkgo is there. You know, TJ just making a ton of noise here, but no worries. You know what? He's got the shot lined up. He's just waiting for it. Drone is out. Yeah, sorry,
Oh, wait, speaking of Gist, he does line up that shot. Ginkgo's down, and TGJ, who's trying to, you know, get a pick back, will eventually find it as he's able to sneak in towards the back of the site. For Scaff, that Sheriff holds all the value.
They've got the plan. They've got the plan. Juan is based on as well. He's gonna see Devin run. Oh no, the pit. Oh no! He's not ready for it.
Never ready for it.
TGJ.
He saw TGJ, but was he aware of Devin? No. Instead, it's Panda who's going to be able to pick up that kill. The Viper's Pit, it does finally fall alongside Devin. And now with Talhar, who's go bigs for 2. Sin as well, able to take the third. There it is, 8-9.
It is insane how fast they're like calling this out. I mean, the minute they plant, it is their control, right? And it's so interesting to see how if it's just like, we can play patient or we can go fast. It's up to you how you want to play this. But we'll full commit everything.
Yeah, this is very interesting from INF. I think that they're playing into the strengths of the Sova really well. Being able to work both sides of the map, preventing any rotates from coming through. But look at Juan now with this operator going so aggressive. Just shuts down Ginkgo immediately.
Oh, look at this. This is so claustrophobic. Devin's gonna walk through here, and thankfully he's not gonna see anyone, but look at that around the corner, the nest right there. Killjoy is up around. He's just gonna wait for an opportunity. Devin just needs to wait a bit, walks out, and he's gonna be able to pick them off.
Possible.
No way, no way. I think they know it's here. They gotta wait it out. Devin's waiting for opportunity. Panda is sniffing it out. You know what? He's a bit sus of it. That little corner's really dangerous.
I mean, Devin knows that the turret's here, right? So he's waiting. He's buying his time, just saying, you know what? I have this really, really deep position. I'm ready to get activated at any moment. It's going to be off the back of my team to let me, you know, start to move.
He's checking slowly. He's checking so slowly. I'm looking at the map here, and I can see that like their range is slowly increasing. I'm just like, Devin wants to like move out soon, right?
Devin does. You can see he starts to move out now. He's able to take out just in that null command, and Talhart, who's pushed up so far, is able to take out Panda, and it's all coming up in. And now in the 1v3, Devin over towards Tube, gonna be able.
Oh, this is dangerous. Devin's gonna tick around the corner here. He might get caught, but no. Juan says, nah, I'm good. Wait, this is not good. This is not good.
Not at all. All Devin has to do. Oh my god, what a quick scope from Juan! I mean, surely you just saved the op, right?
I mean, Juan shot, 1 kill, right?
Juan shot, Juan kill.
I'm sorry, I had to make that joke at some point.
That was a good one. I'm not gonna lie.
That was a good one.
That was really solid. Yeah, and there's that kill from TGJ, able to wrap around, take care of Juan. It's 9-all. I mean, this has been 5 in a row from the side of Team INF.
I mean, they're cooking. They're cooking. It's 9-9. I mean, like we talked about, it's 5-1, 8-4, 9-9.
That's
this
math.
is splendid. INF has full armor, full rifles, and they're gonna run this down against Panica. There's nothing they can do about it with those light armors. They are running sheriffs, and you know that might be a saving grace, but really, is that gonna be enough?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, on the other side, Juan does take really heavy mid presence, so they know there's no rotations to be had. It's gonna be this B site hit. Ginkgo's up towards the top of yellow. But I don't think Panica can really stop this. I think they're gonna have to just let that plant go down.
Ginkgo should just wait it out. He has a very good angle here. He just needs to wait. Just as well, I mean, like, both sides, they're not looking too hard in terms of, like, gonna hit anyone. They're just gonna have to play this slow. I mean, there is no plant, right? And that's not the best thing on the side of it. But, look at these angles. Scav comes out, he's got flashed. Oh no, that's not good. Ginkgo had a free line of fire there, and he just missed it. Presence detected, they know where they are. They're gonna try and scout them out here. Scrubbers at the top here is also getting smoked out. There's nothing they can do about it. They're gonna force this, and unfortunately, it's trade right there.
But Talhart does fall to just in the end, and what a shot by Scorpio! Oh my goodness! And now just gonna be able to pick off TGJ from Snowman. He's gonna be able to run away. Scaff, a couple shots.
They do get the plant though.
They do. But Juan on that flank! Oh no, it turns things into a 1v3 for Ginkgo. He's able to find the first, but no more afterwards.
And the Batman pick up there on Scorpio. He's got a free rifle for the taking. This was an eco round, by the way.
I mean, thrifties on thrifties here. With 5 in a row, it's Panica to finally respond, take back that lead, say, you can tie it up, you don't get any further.
And this is good. This is good. It looks like they're able to, you know, salvage the situation a little bit. We have the pit online on the side of the defense here, Panica, and that is gonna really help them out. But Hunter's Fury, I stand with my point here. That might be the one thing that can smoke them out of the entire pit.
So you think Scorpio uses that Viper's Pit towards A, and then Taller uses the Hunter's Fury and kills Scorpio?
Who knows? I have a feeling that that might play out the way I think it does, but all things considered, look, the pit's already out. It looks like they don't have a chance to go for this. So far hasn't popped out the Hunter's Fury yet, and it's just gonna be a little bit of a, you know, time waster for them. But then again, going to the smoke just seems so dangerous. It just feels so much better to just wrap around back to B instead.
They do have Thrash as well, so right, you could use that Owl Drone, try and find anyone, and then use the Thrash. But taking out Panda in mid, that's huge. But it's just to respond, turn things into that 4-on-4, and there's that Hunter's Fury gone off the board. So,
do they want to just commit trash here? That's the thing. But Juan takes a shot here, trying to rotate around, and they now all know that there's a very good chance that that's happening. The question I had was if we wanted to see trash being used, They try and fake it a little bit more on A before they turn around. But I think they know that they need this. They need Trash to make a play here and to like retake the 10 to 10. Ooh, nicely done. They traded it out. I believe Juan is also their top fragger at the moment, which is
enemy
really good
remaining.
for this situation because look at the odds here. I mean, that's one more down. Sin is
seconds
online here. He cannot plant. You got to take a 1-3 here.
One
And they're so spread as well.
Yeah, you can't even plant. You're gonna get
Oh,
flashed by that
no.
Dizzy. That's the swing from Gist. It's 11 to 9. Team Panica, they've found it. They're back in their groove.
Timeout has started again. And I mean, like, hey, absolutely correct call here. You have to set it straight now. You have 2 more games before it's too late.
Yeah, 2 more rounds and then that's it. It's gone. Your map pick of Icebox out of your hands.
Okay, what do you think they're talking about, Joe? Because, like, the way I see it now, let's look at what they have on standby here in terms of the ultimates here. I don't think Silva's Hunter's Fury is online, but for the sake of the argument, let's say even if it is, they still have to contest against the Blade Storm, and again, they have the lockdown. Doesn't look very promising, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think the way in for INF is maybe just to try and use that Thrash from TGJ, really try and you know, open up a site, maybe get a detain, and then once you get that detain, you can use that Hunter's Fury to guarantee the pick from a distance. It's going to draw rotations in, and then from there you can either like just commit onto the site that you get the pick on, or you can just fake and play off the idea that they're going to rotate.
That is still
an
absolutely
idea.
true, right?
Inf, if you need an analyst or a coach, let me know. I got you guys.
You
know? That was a beautiful
why it's
play,
pulling
though.
up. Yeah. All things considered, though, even if they do drop the lockdown, right, you can still choose to be patient, wait out the lockdown, and go for it. But that's gonna be a real gamble here, right? If the whole team responds back to their push, hey, that lockdown is just gonna be a waste of time for them. Let's see, though. The operator is scoping down all the way there, and just that one thin line. I'm very surprised to see how they're just holding that one angle here, despite everyone being on the other side of the wall. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it is because you can see Sin and Taller are over towards that A site, just trying to get some lurk picks.
Right.
But because it's only Panda there playing super passive, they have no reason to. So instead, for the rest of these INF players, you have to try and push into Scorpio and Gist. And these are 2 players that have been working really, really well together. You can see that flash is good, and it's allowing Scorpio to take out Devon. So Viper for Viper. And now Panda able to take out the Killjoy counterpart of Sin. It leaves Taller alone on this A site.
But that's the thing, though, they don't know where they are yet. And Taller has been going so well, just playing patiently and waiting for opportunity. Again, another one for a side, and this is basically a take right now. They're all making a mad dash there, and you can see how this is going to work out. We might see potentially here the trash we pull out just to secure this, but then again, who's to say that's going to really happen? Another pick from the side can go, and this basically sees the view for INF here. They're on 3-1. They've got everything they need here. Scav is a strong opponent, but hey, 3-1 doesn't look very good. He's trying to pick it off. There we go.
It tries, but can't. Ginkgo's able to take it. I mean, listen, I have to say this, for the side of INF, TGJ is having an insane game. Normally when I think of Gecko, I don't think of Geckos as being particularly, like, good. I think they're like, kind of just, can we use our abilities well? You know, like, that's what I think of when I think of a Gecko. It's like, they're using their abilities to help their team, it's kind of a low fragging role. TGJ is just proving me wrong. Top of the leaderboard for the side in 20 and 15.
Mechanically skilled. Good at using his varied abilities to his maximum potential. I mean, like, what else is there to say?
Oh! A shot from Juan.
No comment. No comment. Beautifully done. And such a small window. Look at that track.
Yeah, that's insane. And the thing that does really well is if Juan goes down there and, you know, someone is able to take out that op, it causes so many rotations. It pulls so many rotations away from that A site. It leaves Panda on an island again. Things start to look scary for Team Panica. But nope, They get to go business as usual. Scaff gets to sit here towards Tube, try and call out this lurk from Devin that he's been doing so much.
No way. This is so dangerous. Oh, you never want to come up that ramp. You never want to come up that ramp. That hurts so bad. And now they have a firefight here. Tara is just waiting for opportunity, and it doesn't look like there's much you can do here. Hyojai also has the lockdown though. I mean, all things considered, they could attempt to force it and see what they can do about it. But Raptors looking very clean. Like I said, the lockdown does come out here, and Sin is unfortunately going to go down. Versus that, DJ comes to picks it up and is trading out with Hunter's Fury. It's 2-1 here right now. Star is going to try, and defenders have won.
Yeah, the defenders just like that. Talher can't get it done. Unfortunately, I think it was the Hunter's Fury that just missed the wingman entirely. It couldn't take him out. The defuse couldn't get stopped. It's match point now for Team Panica. They've been able to get it to this point. Overtime has to be played for from the side of INF.
Absolute thoughts here. That was such a painful loss coming in from them. I mean, like, they had this, right? And the worst part is they burned their Hunter's Fury as well, which might be the game maker here, if you ask me. It's one of the stronger ultimates in the team.
Oh
it's
my
just not looking good.
God, Juan. You've got to stop doing those op shots like that, man. Ginkgo's out of this round. So it's going to be on the back of those supportive players, on those initiators, on that Sentinel. Just pops that null command, and Juan recommits in towards the action with another kill onto TGJ. Sin and Talher in that the 3v5.
Ooh!
Oh no! But both Sin and Talher go down, and now it's just Devin 1v4. We've seen Scorpio clutch up, but Panda is going to make sure Devin can't do the same. The GGs are called in the chat, and that defuse is gonna come in. Team Panica able to take map 1 of Icebox 13-10.
Oh, that's not looking real good. I mean, it was a really close game, all things considered. 13-10, I mean, yeah. All things considered, very, very close. INF was in a very good groove down there, and they slowly just slipped it away. I think it's just, you know, the mental stamina for them. They had this. They had this. It just hurts so bad that 1 or 2 ultimates were used in certain rounds that just kind of whiffed altogether. And now they're playing from behind here. So, not looking good. And Team Panica is going to take on this next map, which is on their home turf as well.
Yeah, they
remember Ascent.
Yeah. They picked map 2, right? This was INF Esports pick, and it was so close, but they couldn't get it across the line at the end of the day. There was just a couple mistakes that they were making maybe in towards those late rounds. Team Panica getting so many of those clutches. I think if it weren't for those clutches that Team Panica got on their attacking side, we would be talking about INF Esports looking really strong on Icebox going into map 2 of Ascent. But that's just not the world we live in, right? Scorpio with like those 3 clutches. Yeah, right? Just so well. So, you know, you talked about Ascent. Unfortunately, we can't go there just yet. We do have to go to a little bit of a break, just a quick break, and then we'll be right back after this.
lose track of the sirens. Trying to make my way back to the silence. You got a one-track mind like driving. I can hear the graveyard sing. Now you got me flatline. Trying to make my way back to the silence. Suddenly, I've been sitting back wondering why you've been coming round, cutting me. And now my blood bleeds quicker than my heart beats. Suddenly, I've been sitting back wondering why you've been coming round, cutting me. And now my blood bleeds quicker than my heart beats. 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 10 feet deep, but I'm far from grounded. Losing my feet and I keep on drowning. On a one-way street, you got me surrounded. You got a one-track mind like a driving. I can hear the graveyard sing. Now you got me flatline. Trying to make my way back to the silence. Suddenly, I've been sitting back wondering why you've been coming around, cutting me. And now my blood bleeds quicker than my heart beats. Suddenly, I've been sitting back wondering why you've been coming around, cutting me. And now my blood bleeds quicker than my heart beats. 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 Suddenly, you've been coming round, cutting me. And my blood bleeds quicker than my heart beats. Suddenly, you've been coming round, cutting me. And my blood bleeds quicker than my heart beats.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Reyna's From the Shadows upper quarter finals. My name is Ancient Angel. Here with me is Nitera, and we are coming off the back of a brutal map one. And I say brutal, it was stressful, right? 12-10, 13-10 is how that ended. Team Panica versus INF Esports. And now we're coming up on Ascent. Map 2. How are we feeling going into that map at the end of Icebox? Like, what is that like?
If it was me and I was on Team Inf, it's gonna be a painful one, right? Like, I mean, it hurts so bad to see it. You were there. That was yours. You reached out and you touched it. You felt W. And then, whoosh, that's it. It's gone. And I really love to see a lot more strategies that they were implementing. I saw a few one-off stuff that happened. We can talk about that later on, but I feel like they can play a little bit more experimental, right? Like things that they won't see coming. And maybe INF might get a little bit of an upgrade because they won't know what's coming.
I would agree, right? I think that just the way that those two teams interacted and we saw how many clutches Panica got on map 1, it really did push them over the edge. They literally just ripped the win out of INF Esports' hands, but map 1 is done. Icebox, it's over with. We're coming into Ascent, and we're already jumping straight into this agent select. And already, are we going to see the Paper X comp? Are we going to see the Paper X comp from INF? Because I see just hovering the harbor, and Juan's already locked in a race.
This might be it. Ooh, this is it. This is
Oh my
it.
goodness.
I really love how aggressive this comp is. Like, honestly, the only thing here you could say is honestly defensive is Viper, right? Because Harbor is a lot more momentum based. You want to put your walls out, push forward a lot of times. It's not just sit down there and wait. And so I really love the sound of Panica here, but they're going on defense first. I know we have a very standard comp coming in. Like, you can do no wrong with this comp.
Yeah.
So, tried and true, but everyone knows how this is going to play out. So,
I mean, do we know how this is gonna play out?
I mean,
this
for the
is so
composition,
interesting.
right?
Yeah, because when I think of Team Panica, I think of the tried and true, right? You know, these guys have consistently been on their A game, making it deep into the Reyna's events. And for INF, they're kind of newer here, and they're the ones running the normal comp, and then Panica's running this crazy aggressive Paper X comp.
We'll have to see, but for the most part now, definitely feels like Team Panica will be taking a back seat. That's my prediction, at least for the first half, right? Looking maybe at a same result, right? Potentially a 4, not an 8-4, but maybe a little bit more skewed towards INF this time. As we do see coming it out here, pushing forward, nicely done, but caught out just like that, and now they just walled off because of Harbor. I really love to see this. They're just gonna have to wait it out here, and it's just a pistol round. Like, they don't have to go so hard.
Yeah, it's just a pistol, and now you can see that rewrap towards mid. Panda does get found out and taken down by Talhar as they start to rotate over towards this A site. Scorpio just making sure no one's in mid. And hey, look at that! No one's in mid. Instead, it's all these flashes getting used by Talhar. There's one player in towards wine. He is. He's
You
just
see it too,
sitting
don't
towards
you?
wine. Yeah.
Scaff is there. He's just gonna wait for a rotate. He just comes out. Look, Scaff is gonna catch him up. Boom, boom, boom.
No! It's Devin who actually catches out Scaff! And Juan is able to find Sin in the meantime, so at the very least it's a 2v3 for Panica. They do have one teammate to work off of, regardless of who specifically it is. Gist is able to find TGJ, and now it's Talhar in towards Hell, able to find Gist. It's now a 1v2 for Juan with a Sheriff, low HP. Devin gets the kill, in finally able to take a pistol round.
All I'm saying is, Scap, I said boom, boom, boom. I didn't mean miss. Come on, you had this one. You had that one. That was yours.
That's so tough.
It hurts so bad because you could see Scap was reading that the whole time. I wanted to call it out for so long, right? But we're talking about the action, and Scap was sitting there, waiting. You hate to see it.
You really do. It's so tough, and you know, now for INF, you know, it's just about that, just waiting, get as much damage done. No, actually. Okay,
You're spreading
yeah,
out the econ here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for a second I thought Panica won that round. No, they didn't. What am I talking about? The whole
Your
point
eyes
was
have
that
betrayed you.
Yeah, it wasn't my eyes, it was my brain, because my eyes said that INF won the pistol round.
I like how everyone's getting a hell and just waiting there. It's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
we've got this. It's interesting. Panica has something going for them, but
Yeah, it's like a
it
party.
looks like you know what? Both are good teams. Great minds think alike. They might be trying to go for A here, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that, Angel. I really don't.
I mean, the scary thing about this A hit is the amount of players in Hell. But at the same time, you do have a fair bit of weapon advantage. So I don't think
That's true.
I don't think it's going to be too scary. It's just if Ginkgo, like for example, pushes all the way into Hell without checking it, and those players on the side of Panica stay really, really disciplined, it could mean something. But nope, never mind.
Complete lie. That's 3 already.
Yeah,
They're
it's
waiting and
complete
just
mop
waiting
up.
for the opportunity. Nicely done. But now they know where he is, and I don't think Just is any way out of this one. It is definitely Hell there. Checks it out. Raze is now knocked up on the count. Towers nicely done there with the pickup. And wow, INF is looking strong now. It's 2-0. They'll definitely get a third one here, and it seems a good lead for this.
I don't know if they're going to get a third one, because now for Team Panica, you know, they didn't get thriftied or anything, so they do have those full rifles. This should be around for Panica, because they have that rifle advantage. They could potentially catch out any of these players on INF, you know, carelessly pushing towards B. Not saying guaranteed round, but definitely favored.
Well, good morrow, Sailor. I'm going to be on the other side of the spectrum here. I think Panica's got this one. As we do see them going out, sneaking for it. They do have the orb on standby now, and this is a little bit close to the ultimate, but let's see how this one pans out. You know where Devin is, he's gonna swap over, and he sees no one. That was a complete fake on their side here, and now they're just all pushing in for A. Nobody in True. They're waiting. They don't see it yet. Devin pops it out, and he's unfortunately knocked out by Scaff here.
Oh, Panda gets caught out by TGJ, and now it's another 2v3, this time with Scaff on one side of the map.
Spike
And on the
planted.
very opposite side is just
One
he
enemy
doesn't
remaining.
check for Sin, so now
Ow!
it's just a 1v3 for Scaff.
That is a sin, all things considered. And I don't mean the player. I mean not checking your corners right there. And really nicely done here. Scaff also being taken out just like that with the Guardian here. You love to see it.
Alright, you know what? Never mind. I said, oh, Panica was favored. It doesn't matter that they were favored. Inf are just looking so drilled on this comp. And I feel like part of the reason they've been so successful is because Panica have really struggled to get aggressive and actually fill in and take space on this defense side.
Right indeed. But look at the economy here. Panica really living up to their name to go panic mode right now. They have nothing to their name. And it's gonna hurt them. They're trying to push in for this, they get flash, but to no avail. No one is in there, right? That little corner, right, is just, there's nothing. What are you gonna do here? Tunnel is basically all cleaned up right now. They're just waiting for opportunity to just storm in. But it looks like they might just try and force it A instead now, because all things considered, this sucks. This sucks. You don't want to be in that situation.
Oh, Scorpio could potentially catch a timing over towards tree. Ready to peek in off the back of this
A little bit of a
milkman.
group here. They do not pick it up. Oop, pushing for it. They have to flash on standby here. They are pushing it to A, and now look at that. Nicely done. They do pick one for a team, but it's 4-2 here, and I don't know how they can make this work. If it's gonna start planting here, and it looks like Heaven has someone coming up here. Just is going to be the one to see if he can take stage right now.
Spike planted.
Staff finds Sin in the meantime over towards mid, just in this 2v3 alongside his teammate of Scaff. Trying to do as much as possible. Ooh, Tower! The timing just betrays you, but the shots can't connect. Scaff in this 1v3, make it a 1v2 as Ginkgo falls over towards main. Jumping around in that smoke, it's a one-way for a reason. Talar just spams him down. It's 4-0 for Inf.
Yikes. You really... Is this really going good for Inf right now? I mean, like, this is what we saw coming in for Panica, right? And by the way, this is Panica's map pick. So, all things considered, this is not looking good.
I think a risk was taken with this Ascent comp.
I feel the same. I mean, like, you're not gonna see... all things considered, Inf is running a tried and true comp. We've seen this go on and on since the early days of Valorant, and can you really say that's something that they won't try out? Nice pick up by Juan here with the rifles here, and it looks like they're gonna pick up this like Panica with 3, and Inf is just sitting down at 2 now. That is not looking good.
Yeah, this was almost calculated by Team Panica. They were ready for this at any given moment. They said, you know what? We screwed up the first set of rifle rounds.
Into the shadows here is online though.
I mean, yeah, from the shadows, tournament namesake is available, but Devin just can't get it done. Scaff gonna be able to shut that down, make sure that 1v4 won't come to fruition.
I mean, hey, all things considered, Panica's looking good. They're postured to try and retake this now. It's 1-4. Start something new.
Now, all I'm saying is, with this comp from Panica, it really does rely on your Reyna and your Rays being able to find action and find kills. And in that last round, Panda found a kill. And it was the only round in which Panda has found a kill. So I'm not saying that for 100% certainty, Panda finding a kill means round win. But it's definitely not the case. As you can see, it's chaos in B main. Juan's able to find 2 with that nade. Panda does get traded out. Devin, though, uses that from the shadows in towards the back of the site to try and catch out Gist with his teammate of TGJ. And that turns things into a 2v2.
But now they have the advantage here. Inf has already set up. They're playing defense onto the spike here. If anything, they're postured for success. As Seekers do come out, though, they are not going to make anything happen here. But Sky has to slowly come in here. The flash is out and no push into it. We do see Viper from around the corner, though, trying to make something here. Scav is going to check aside here and see if he can take anything from that peak. Nothing again. They're at the boathouse here, and basically they're just going to set up shop for as long as they can. Devin is now sitting back at the boat itself here, and he's all alone as so far is now knocked out for the count, and I have no idea how you can make this work here. It's 1-3, they do not even pick it up, and it looks like they get a free defuse here, cleaning this up. Panica completely playing that so well. I love it. It's such a drawn out fight. Angel, please say something to me.
I I mean, listen, it's really, really well done by Panica. In that 2v2 situation, they're able to bring things back off the back of those Seekers. They play the trades super, super well in towards B. I don't know how else to explain that other than that Panica, they've just started to play really, really solid. And now this new wall coming out from Scorpio, reading another B hit, potentially this is a retake wall coming through, right? Scorpio saying, I'm going to use my ult. If they push me off and they really use a ton of utility and I have to give it up, I'm going to go for that retake over towards B. This wall is meant to dice up the site, make sure that we can get back in easily.
I think the beautiful thing as well is that they threw everything out and they didn't push in. I don't know if that's discipline or just, you know, being afraid to do it, but they were still able to play it so well despite using all the utility out and waiting for an opportunity. I like that.
I like it a lot. And you can see how scared they are to push into that Viper's Pit and how scared INF are in general of pushing forward at all. You can see now they're slowly starting to creep forward through mid, waiting. Sin just tapping that orb, making a couple sound cues. While Juan jump spotting in towards CT. Ooh! The spam is good for a second.
See, the thing about time is that you can do anything you want in that time. But as it comes down to it, there's only one play you can make anyways when it slowly goes down. And it's slowly ticking down here. They know they have to push it at some point. And it looks like INF is just stuck down here. They have Killjoy's lockdown. They have the Hunter's Fury. And they are able to push in slow and steadily. But 30 seconds is on the clock here. We do see the attacking side. They drop down the lockdown here. Just try and push them away. Pit is now down. They try to make a play here. Sin is able to pick up one. And now they're able to just push in freely here. With Viper, they only want to stop. Then Scorpio is going to try and make a play here. The wall is still up though. Do not worry. They didn't even wait it out.
Is Tayan gonna run out? Yes, it does. The swing out from Scorpio was good for one. Sin falls. TGJ. They have to force the plant, but Scaff just immediately swings in. Team Panica went down from 0-4 to back up 3 rounds in a row.
Gonna be real with you, I felt like that plant was probably like a bait at that point, right? I think it was just safer to just give them the win. Run away with your gun, right? I just feel like that was so much better. What do you think? What do you think?
I would agree. I think maybe, if anything, for TGJ, maybe it's just about, like, accepting you're in a 2v1, you know one guy's backside, you hear the other one running towards you at Mach speed. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog levels of speed. Just fake the plant, maybe get a kill. But at the end of the day, I can't blame him for trying to get the round win.
Right.
Speaking of a round win, INF trying to, you know, get a round in their favor since those first 4 went their way. You can already see that plant is coming in. It's going to be a really fast take and an even faster retake as Scaff starts things off. You can see those flashes going every which way, trying to maintain control of Tree. Juan actually sends that showstopper out to get 2. Panda and Scaff each find one of their own as well, and now it's Sin in a 1v4. The spike, known location, the spam goes through, but the shots are better from Scaff. Panica, they've tied it up 4-4.
That is a very clean round. Pushing in as an offense, and then completely dropping the ball right there. Panica returning the favor here. I love how much that was so fast. I mean, I think that's the fastest round we've seen today, all things considered. INF runs in, drops the spike, next one. Panica comes in, takes the retake. Done.
Yeah, that felt too fast for a round. It's insane. And now for the first time in what feels like the entire game, or the entire map, it feels like INF is now down to an eco.
They're down to an eco, yes. They could force buys here and try to make a play, but hey, with one Empress on the side of Panica, I don't know if that is going to be something you want to try for. INF, however, has the Hunter's Fury. And of course, KO's null command.
Yeah. Ooh, wow, what a well-timed flash from Scaff. Gonna tell Scorpio, hey, they might be coming to hit you. Might be coming to hit Tree. You can see Scorpio just backs up. Lets in perfectly run into the site, into the gun of Scaff. Make it 3. I mean, Devin finds one in the meantime, so that's at least something. If Ginkgo can find one more, then it's damage well done. Can't do it. Scaff on for that ace.
Or rather, Has did find it, but missed the shot. Coming around the corner here, and unfortunately, it looks like that knife play did not pan out. I mean, his was trying for it, but...
Whoa.
you know.
just was trying for the knife, but actually, that was an IQ play. He was just baiting
It's a
for
bait.
Scaff
It
to
was a
get the
bait.
ace. He was trying to get Scaff the ace,
Exactly.
and he did exactly that. Scaff does walk away from round number 9 with an ace.
That is such a a sportsmanship play. You know, give the ace. Give the ace.
I'm
But
not
it's
gonna
so
lie.
funny to see just try for it. I'm just saying, it's really funny.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm just in that scenario, I'm absolutely stealing the ace. I'm way too petty.
I
You know,
mean,
Scaff
don't
is
even
cool.
talk about petty.
Scaff
like,
is cool, but I want my kill.
No. I'll put it this way for you. What if you did get the knife? You don't just get a kill for being petty. You have done mental damage to them.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
They're gonna sit there thinking like, I have to play so bad that I got hit by a knife and died.
That's true. Also, at the
honestly,
same
I think
time,
true. Yeah.
yeah. Also, at the same time, like, I feel like if you just run at him with the knife, you're almost certain to die. What Just was doing there was just jumping around, making sure that he didn't get hit, so that way Scaff could get the kill. You know?
It's a teamwork play. It's a teamwork play, right?
Okay.
Like if they
Yeah,
do
yeah.
if just gets it, like bonus. If just doesn't get it, like hey, still got the kill.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, you know what? I can agree with that. Just should have really tried for that knife.
And I see you think it's petty, but I think it's like insanely big IQ play. I agree with you. Okay, nice headshot from the dart there. There's no more recon here. But all things considered, let's see how they're playing out. Even if you're recon there, we all know that you're at B now, just because we can see the map, but they don't. So much is such a weird position lined up for this, but then again,
It's
5 on the
It's
south.
just here.
Yeah, it's just like ready.
This is
1,
yeah, I'm 2, 3. Is
3,
there any peaks?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's it. It's off the back of that drone. That's where Ginkgo starts to peak. That's where the sight hit starts to come in. There's 2 players in towards market here. Just, do they expect him to re-aggress into this? I don't think so, but Ginkgo over towards the stairs, able to find one, but just in Scaff responding kind, and that eventually, as all those trades go every single which way, Devin is the lone survivor for INF Esports.
And the last thing he sees, Scaff sees, is Devin, which is really funny to me because now they know where Devin is as well. They could go for a chase here. It's a 4-1, but honestly, leaving Devin alive is not the worst thing to happen. In fact, it might be better for you to just leave them alive. One rifle does not make a play, but losing on the side of your ego here, I mean, I really don't feel like it's worth it to just hit your economy like that.
It's definitely not. I don't know if he has time for this. If he goes and gets this ult orb in
10
A
seconds
main,
left.
yeah, no, he just doesn't have the time. It's a good try, but the time just isn't there. So INF Esports gonna have to sit down and accept this 6-4 lead from Team Panica and just try again in these last 2 rounds.
I kind of hate how this has played out. I mean, like, yes, Panica did make the correct play to stay still, but again, the knife kill would have done some mental damage to Infia. And I'm just saying, I might be a little bit addicted to it now after we started talking about it.
Yeah, I think you might have a knife problem.
Look, it's just one too many. It's one too many.
One too many. Well, unfortunately, there's only 2 more rounds left in this half. So for Team Panica, if you're able to get that 8-4 lead, you know, I feel like that puts you in really good standing for your attack side. On the other side, for INF, 6-6, still definitely doable here, but when you're losing fights to Panda in mid and he's just going to be able to get away, things don't look that good. Sin and Scorpio able to trade out 1 for 1 in the meantime, turn things into a 3-on-4. As this A site just kind of, we're getting mid-rounded here. Devin backing away from the A site, waiting for his teammate Sin going towards B.
I'm just saying, but Panica has held on to Emperors for quite a while now. I've not seen, the site here on Reyna not using the Emperors once yet in this half, and it's confusing to me. It's confusing. It definitely feels
I
like
agree.
lack of confidence here. But I feel at this point it's not about confidence. It's about just hoping they can make a play here. You're already up, anyways.
Well, speaking of, you can see just jumping out with that harbor wall in hand. Waiting. It finally gets sent out, but for the side of INF, they have 2 players on the site in Sin and TGJ.
30 seconds left.
So they're ready for this. They got that plant down. 4v3
Spike
retake.
planted.
Nicely done, nicely done. And the thing is, I don't believe that they'll force the wall bang here. In fact, holding that position down where Killjoy might be standing here might be a good play here. Because now that we're looking at the map as well, we definitely know where they are. They're behind Buhal, they're gonna try and force it. And through the corner here, we see the Hunter Spirit popped out. I feel like it's such a waste though. As Dem is the last one on the Siren team. It's again a 1v4. Harbor's wall is out, and I don't think he has a way to push in. Devin is going to walk away with a painful loss again. This is the second time he's gonna walk away, knowing that he's not gonna do anything about it. And I don't know about you, but that is mental damage.
Last
If that
round
was,
before
wow,
the
never mind.
I mean, it's a good consolation kill that Devin's able to find in the end onto Scaff. But unfortunately for INF, they just don't really have the manpower. And now the guns aren't even in their favor too. As you can see, only 3 rifles here. You know, Taller is probably going to have to opt for maybe a Guardian, maybe an Outlaw. Nope. Okay, Devin's going to be able to buy across that
Hey,
Phantom.
mind
but-
you, they have Empress as well, right? I mean, we have Into the Shadows here, and of course Chaos now a command, but hey, what is that gonna do in this situation? They go in here, we see Panda spring and praying, not popping the Empress again. I'm not sure why. It is literally the last round half. And now they're gonna see how to do it. TJ planning down, and we're looking really solid here on the side of India. They're waiting to find an opportunity. They're all in heaven, they know where they are. The trio is being called out here, and I don't see a play where Inf is gonna stand strong here. Another one down, and again, Devin is the last one remaining. They know where they are now, and they're just gonna force this. They're basically a free win if they try for it. Anyways, the last round and a half. Hello,
Oh, that's
It's
rude.
me I'm looking for. That is so painful.
Oh, that's so tough. And 8-4 is what
Switching
we're at.
sides.
And not just 8-4, this is important. INF got their 4 in a row.
Yes.
Team Panica responded with 8 rounds in a row.
The most insane part is that Inf has the composition to go aggressive and dropped the ball on this one. They were the aggressive call, in my opinion.
Really?
Right.
The normal
The best
normal
part is-
just jet?
I mean, yeah, they have Jet on the side, right? They have the information to come out with Sova, and of course they've opened for like a little bit of a sneaky from time if they wanted Into the Shadows, or if they want to make a very interesting smoke play here. But all things considered, that was their round to win. That was their half to win, and now Panica's coming in here, and he has not used Empress once, by the way, the Reyna. So, what's to say they can't be monsters on the offense?
That's true. Especially with that Empress, once you can just like pop it on the attack and just entry into a site.
No,
gonna
prove
be-
me wrong. They're not gonna use it. Prove me wrong.
Really? You think Panda
Yeah,
just doesn't
I think-
use the Empress once this half? Or once this game?
He doesn't know what the Z button is, or the Q button, whichever one. No, it's Z button. Yes.
It's like I don't know. It's so many different buttons.
Or is it the X button? I don't know. I find it my
X, Z,
differently.
C, Q.
He doesn't know the
Exactly.
ultimate button. He doesn't know the
Well-
ultimate button.
Well, speaking of buttons, there's a shoot button on everyone's gun, and Juan, Gist,
One
Jingo, and
enemy
Scaff
remaining.
all use it, starting to trade out. Gist and Devin each trade 1 for 1, but Panda at the end of things able to secure it for Team Panica 9-4. This is 9 rounds in a row
Mind
from
you,
Team Panica.
Panda was the lowest frag on their team, but look at this. Scorpio is now at the bottom of this, considering what is done on Icebox. I'm really surprised, and Panda's literally just climbing up.
Yeah, this is quite interesting. Honestly, I think what it is this has just been Scorpio going, guys, I'm very tired after what I just did on Icebox. Can someone else take the reins? And Scaff said,
Guys.
don't worry, I got it.
Guys, I need a chiropractor.
Yeah.
Guys, please, please.
Back hurts. Oh,
My team will
speaking
cover
of,
insurance.
speaking of back hurting, Ginkgo trying to get aggressive there, trying to carry the team, can't get it done. Juan just barreling up Cat, able to take out Devin. And that's that A site completely open. Inf has to try and make this work with 3 players.
And Taken as well. I mean, like, if it's in a good position, if they walk in anyways, they have one way to walk in here, which is Haven, right? And that's gonna hurt them, but hey, tree room is still open. So Sova's trying to make his way around, but I think he's gonna walk back into it. Trying to force from tree room is also not a good idea, in my opinion. If you know they know you're coming, they're just gonna wait there, right?
Yeah,
Oh, comes
and-
from the corner, they do take one. Juan is gonna take one, TGJ is going to die as well. And it looks like Chaos the last one here. Tal is gonna just make a mad sprint around the map here. He's gonna make a few laps here and hopefully walk out scot-free.
I don't think you want to save because you don't get all that much money from saving.
You definitely don't. I mean, it's a classic, right? You just attempt. But like giving them money is not any better.
Yeah, you don't want to give them money. You also don't want to lose money, so you want to fall to that spike, which should eventually come to be.
This is sad. I mean, they just get...
All of that running, all of
Yeah,
that
all that
just to
running.
go and die to the spike, right? Like, it hurts. It feels bad.
Well, better than giving it to them, right? I mean, die on your
For
own
sure.
terms. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I would agree. And now for the side of Panica, it's all about just damage, right? Like, you don't even care if you win this round or lose it, because you have
You need to hit
Spectres
them.
and Stingers. As long as you just take away 3 guns from INF, their economy is just in shambles. They have no
Well, maybe
money.
not just 3 guns, but like, if you look at it, you're right, the economy will be in shambles. They only have light armor as well.
And that's
Should've got it.
already a huge jump in towards mid by Juan. Yeah, Market
He's
is
gonna
all
force it.
theirs. He is.
He sees no one, but he does see the turret there, and they now know where it is. Sin is gonna have to fall back here, seeing that he's got a little bit of a eyesight problem here. You know, can't aim too much. Boomot is out
Just
checking.
Down B.
Two more side.
able to find one. Ginkgo and TGJ. Also, as all of the trades are coming up, it's all in. Finally, after 10 in a row from Team Panica, INF Esports is able to find their 5th.
Hey, you know what? They definitely did really well here. And again, we were talking about this, right? If you can hurt them, right? Panica did take a hit right now, and that is not looking too good for them. But again, they're basically full armor, full rifles here, and all things considered, INF is still behind by quite a bit, even in terms of the round score right now. I don't know how you can make this one come back. They have no ultimates as well. It is a mechanic check.
I like it. I like the mechanic check, especially with this Paper X comp from Team Panica. Sending out all that utility just to try and delay on the side of INF Esports. But there's that
Look at
reckoning. It's come in all the way. Ginkgo able to find Panda to start things up for INF, but Juan immediately trades back onto Taller. So you can see as that spike ready to get planted at any given moment, Juan just completely clears out Hell. Sin stuck towards tree, can't really do much. Staff gets that plant, and here we go, 4v4 retake.
I mean, it looks very bad right now because they have every single corner basically covered here, and all they had to do is just wait it out. Hell has 2 underneath them. There's no way they're gonna spot that, but if they can pick this one out here, nicely done. Ginkgo kicks a Scorpio, and it looks like they're gonna be able to see that they are all getting Hell here. Now they just need to wait for an opportunity. Right now, taking one for the team here, but for a trade with Sid, another one down Giz, and again another trade Devin, and that is basically it. There's no way they're coming back from that. INF has basically secured themselves here for free defuse, and it looks like they're taking another round. Again, Devin comes out as the last player standing.
My goodness, Devin. That's ridiculous. I mean, this guy has just not died, right? When you look at all of the deaths on the side of INF, Devin's the only one with under 10 deaths. He's
Well,
the
I
only
mean,
guy.
10 now.
No, Devin's at 9 deaths.
Well, for now, right?
Okay, right. Sure, but
Placing swarm grenade.
you know, for Team Panica, it's just about if you can kill Devin, you've got that round for sure. If you can force Devin to save, you've got that round for sure. But for INF, it really does feel like Devin has to find the impact here.
Wow!
Except for that,
Ginkgo!
what a solid play. Updrafts over that window, sends that Blade Storm in. Ginkgo able to get that kill, and he's able to find
Another one.
Panda as well. Two of like the 4 rounds that INF had on their attacking half on Icebox was literally just Ginkgo having a Blade Storm in. So, you know what? Doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise you, but it did for me for sure. And right now it looks like INF is still at a very big advantage here. They're postured for success right now, but it looks like on South Panica, they also posture to just check this one angle. They know they're coming from here. There's nothing you can do about it, and they're going to try to force this. One goes in with a nade here, he's going to search out for a little bit of a silver action, and Scorpio picks up on Ginkgo, and there it is. Taha is going to take a return on Scorpio, but return back with revenge on one. And now it's 2-2. They do have the spike planted, and no! They lose it out! And that is the worst part right now because Just is all alone. I do not know how they can make this play work. If they give this one up again, they'll be one step closer to
30
losing
seconds left.
their matches here. I mean, Team Panica is looking really strong right now at 10-6, but I don't know if they want to look around. They haven't checked their corners there. They check this corner, and that is it. Turn around, and boom. Again, Devon is 5-4-5. He is alive as the last place. Yo, Devon, wherever you get your Fountain of Youth, let me know. I want that. My career is not over yet. You know, casting? I want to do that for life. Give me that Fountain of Youth. Where do you get it?
It's ridiculous, man. Devon, always the last alive in these situations. Always able to trade out his teammate. Does really, really solid work. And now, for Team Panica, there's an AWP in the hands of Ginkgo. If we thought Ginkgo was a problem with the Blade Storm, I feel like him with an AWP might be just as bad.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me. He runs it out. It does not get hit. Ginkgo is in a good position here. He's going to try and play around here. The wall, however, completely obscuring him. I don't know if he wants to give his position out, but he's in a very good position. If they all just force through the shot here or market here, they might be able to make a play. And they do. Completely running it forward. Harbor has locked them down with that wall, but to no avail here as Reyna picks it out from the corner here in the blind here. And now Reyna is able to try and force something out, but being traded out by TJ. And this is going to be a 4-4 right now. They have Hunter's Fury and Into the Shadow. They want to make a return positioning from inside. But I don't think that's going to work here because they still have Showstopper and they're checking him out. One tech check there, nicely done. But that is still going to be 2-3 here. They do not make a play, but it's all alone. That is it.
What an insane round. Everything just happened so fast, but INF, at the end of the day, with that gun advantage, able to secure up those last couple of kills. It was really good, you know, really good showstopper coming out from Juan. You know, a couple of really good plays out from Scaff and Scorpio, but ultimately for Team Panica, that gun advantage, it really does come to bite you in the butt at the end of the day. And now, it's their timeout. They're calling it. They don't want INF to continue to catch up, right? You had a 10-4 lead 4 rounds ago, and now it's 10-8.
Yeah, right now we're in a good position here. They also have, you know, okay, so for side of Team Panica, they do have, I believe, the Annihilator, right? Yeah, so they do have the Annihilator, and that is all good. They have Empress, but we all know Panda's never gonna press the ultimate button, so that's fine. But on the side, if that's 3 ultimates that they can play around with, and they're on the side of defense right now. Lockdown is insane. Into the Shadow is gonna give them a good positioning replacement here, and of course, Hunter's Fury to just, you know, smell them out. INF's got a good way of bringing this back here, but Angel, I've got a feeling that they don't need this. They've got this in the bag.
Who, INF or Panica?
I think INF got this in the bag. They don't have to burn their ultimates here.
Really? Okay, I mean, we could see that Harbor Reckoning from Gist come into play, especially if they do decide to just go fast on towards that A site. So that could potentially bring out maybe a lockdown from Sin on the retake. We'll have to see what really, you know, Panica opt for. As you can see, Juan already super far up cat. There's that harbor wall coming in. Potentially a Reckoning. Panda's already on the site and waiting for Scaff to just get that plant down. Yeah, this is a very fast plant. So Sin ready with that lockdown in towards tree, sets it down. That retake has started, and that Reckoning gets used to delay as well. Panda,
I think the Empress has finally popped up.
Panda pops the Empress. It's going in. The lockdown's destroyed. Scaff is able to find Talhar, but Sin finds Scaff in return. 1-for-1 trades now. 4v4 on the site. It's one player in the form of Ginkgo swinging out heaven. Panda tries to get a kill. Can't do it because of the spray from TGJ. And now, as 2 of these players are still in towards tree, Scorpio gets a kill onto Sin, but Devon finds Scorpio, and Juan gets taken out as well. It's just 1v3. Smoke fades. Spray goes through. The time's not there. INF, you've lost the round off the back of Team Panica stalling for long enough to find 11.
That is beautifully done coming on the side there. I mean, that was a prolonged fight that needed to happen so that Panica can retake this. You know what? Maybe they do need to use a few more ultimates here. They did drop the lockdown, by the way, and that still didn't help them. INF is in a weird spot right now where they do have the ultimates to burn out here and try and retake the game. But is that going to be enough for the side of INF to return this to their favor here? Because remember, Team Panica is now 11 to their 8. And I don't know if you know how to count, but that's 2 games away from them winning. They don't have to invest so much. They can wait it out. They force this Panda's running in.
Yeah, it's 2 rounds away. They forced this A site again. Juan already super far up, already in tree. sending in that paint shells, trying to flush out positions. Talhar's in the open.
Ooh,
Panda
no.
takes him down. The Hunter's Fury comes out, but no
Wait,
kills
no.
found. It's just tags.
That's good. You know what? Get a few tags in here so you make your teammates have a little bit of a harder, lesser time to deal with them. Checks it out and completely traded out from there. I don't know what you're doing. You're just waiting for it to happen. The pit is out here. I'm not sure this is really a good pit to call, but it really wanted to force this so bad that Panaga just jumped in and said, like, you know, we'll try to force the win here. It's 3-1 anyways. We're gonna take a free win here. The spike is there, and they're just sitting in smoke waiting. There's nothing they can do about it. They just need to wait for opportunity. Walk in the smoke here, and they take one. Nicely done. Will they return here?
Taps the
Fix-
spike.
Oh!
Down by Scaff. Team Panica at series point, match point, whatever you want to call it. They're 1 round away from taking this series 2-0 against INF.
Really, to call it out here, Sky had all the time in the world here, right? He could have just waited out. Scaff could have waited out after the fake before anything happened. Right, just sat in the smoke, waited just as planned, and was able to capture out. They had to wait for that in order to win. Inf was a little bit impatient here after calling the fake.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Again, another
A rush.
aggressive A play. Ginkgo already starts the round by taking out Panda. Juan trying to find Sin. In the meantime, over by Tree, Nade just goes a little bit wide. Doesn't work all that
Oh,
well.
no, they
Talhar
could check
finds
out.
Staff, but Scorpio, Juan, and Gist in towards Tree. They do so much. The spike is down, and it's a 2v3 for Inf. And poor Devin has to try and work around a Bucky into Classic, while TGJ with a Spectre
Planted.
has to carry the bulk of the load here in this 2v3.
They know it's their game to win, that's why they're forcing this, right? And obviously, economy's been hit so hard here, they don't have anything they can work with. They see around the corner, TGJ is trying to smell them out. They're not an arch, obviously, they're just waiting at the diffuse side here, which is obviously why they're just so prominent now. They're waiting for opportunity. TGJ has been spotted now to be there, but they don't see anyone. Complete destroy here is 1 now, and I don't think this is looking good here. Attackers have 1. Team Panica taking a 13-8 here, and I've gotta be honest with you, but that was a steamroll from the very, very end right there.
Yeah, it really was. That was a game where there was no back and forth rounds. It was
No,
Inf
just
either getting
Which
yeah, it was either Inf's turn to win and they won like 4 rounds in a row, or it was Panica's turn to win and they won 10 rounds in a row. And that was it. My goodness.
there is so much to digest there, right? Especially this round being we talked about it, right? It's a skill check map. Everyone plays on Ascent, everyone knows what Ascent is, how it works, and if you're good, that's all there is to it. And you can definitely see that they came back on it. Panica just sat down there and they're like, we'll play your game, we'll wait it out. 4 wins, 5 wins, taking a return, we'll steamroll it from there. And they did it so well.
They did. And the other thing that's really important is the fact that they were, again, continuing to do this 2-0. Panica, still to this point, have not dropped a single map in this tournament. And now they're in the upper semis against OOT Esports. So that's going to be really exciting. But unfortunately, Nitera, that's going to be it for us today. There is going to be a stream tomorrow. Yeah, it is true. There is going to be a stream tomorrow, though. So if you are in the mood for more of the Reyna's action at 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, or GMT, there will be another upper quarters match. It's going to be Team Prolific versus Ray Esports. So that's a classic rivalry here that we've seen throughout the Reyna's tournament series. But again, that's tomorrow. Today, for us, for me and you, my good friend Nitera, that's it. So if you want to give yourself a quick little shout out, you know.
I don't think I need to. You'll be seeing me around a bit more. I know that I'll be casting games here for quite a bit, at least for the next week. I don't know about you. Are you casting a few more games here over the week?
I should be.
It should be. All right, then we don't really need to shout ourselves out, do we? We've got all the time in the world here at the Reyna's into the chat.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for watching this upper quarters match of the Reyna's Into the Shadows tournament, invitational tournament, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, I'm Ancient Angel. With me casting was Nitera. Shoutouts to Penguin on the OBS. Shoutouts to Ollie, the producer for today. We will see you all next time.
Cause I'm sick of being sick and tired of everybody's sickness. While I seem to be getting sicker, I'm making it my business. Cause when time and time again I feel the need to be vindictive towards all of those who feed and propagated all the ignorance. Walking back and forth and tap the leg, I get more restless. Constantly in Constantine, the times will make me reckless. Cause they run and run it back.